Hello, everybody. This is Professor TK, the chemist of the My Gym Science Center, and I wanted to come on this evening rather, to give you guys some feedback on what you need to do if you have a college student. So I went on Periscope earlier, and I also went on to Instagram Live, and I reported this to my parents to let them know that if you are a parent of a college student that's in North Carolina, now I don't know about the other states, but I just know about North Carolina, you'll want to make sure that you don't forget to have your child show you their bill. Okay, those bills should be coming out right about now. And I know for myself, I have two students that are in school right now, and those college bills are not cheap. Now, here's the deal. Here's what they're doing. They are putting like a sneaking on your bill, your child's bill, what's called health insurance. This health insurance plan is basically used to cover incidentals in case your child gets hurt, injured, sick, or whatever. Now, if you already have health insurance, then you don't have to keep the one that the school is providing. As a matter of fact, you'll want to go and do what's called a waiver. So I'm going to kind of tell you where to go in order to figure this out. You're going to go to studentbluenc.com, okay? Studentbluenc.com. And when you go to that particular website, you will be able to waive your child or request a waiver for your child's insurance. The reason why I'm telling you all this is because so many parents are spending so much money, including myself, for their child's education. But the sad part about it is parents don't know what they don't know. I've been through this twice already with my kids, and I know that at the end of the day, there is money to be made by these universities. And if you don't want to spend all this money out, I suggest that you go through your child's bill with a fine tooth comb. We've already received their bill, and that's on there. And it takes about a week or so to get that removed off of their bill once they receive the notification from Student Blue. Student Blue is basically Blue Cross Blue Shield, and they've allowed the universities to say, hey, look, if you have students coming to your school that don't have health insurance, we can provide it for them for a fee that the student will have to pay. And the students generally pay anywhere from $1,300, could be as much as like $3,000 per semester. I know for my kids, their bill it's like 1360 or so times two because I have two kids in college right now. So what I recommend that you do between now and the deadline to do the waiver, you'll want to make sure that you do the waiver. But it says by September 10th, but I always tell parents, do the waiver before then, because here's the deal. If you wait until September, the system may get backed up. They may not get your paperwork in a timely manner, and you don't want any excuses for why your bill is still high. And then two, if you have to go through and request a refund because you already paid your child's bill, that's a lot in and of itself. So you want to make sure that you go on to studentbluenc.com, okay? Studentbluenc.com. And that way you can you can click and it's going to ask you for your child's school. And then, so like for instance, if I go to studentblue.com, it's going to ask you, what school does your child go to? Practically many of the schools here in North Carolina have bought into this particular plan. Once you find your child's school, you're going to click on it and it's going to welcome you to their page, and it's going to say if you've already been covered by a health plan other than Student Blue, you can request a waiver for your student's health plan. All you have to do is have your student's ID number, okay? Not their social security, but their student ID number, along with their email address, and you need to have verification and proof that you have health insurance, the front and back of the card, so that all you have to do is submit that to them, and then they'll notify the university, hey, this student already has health insurance, take it off their bill. And it takes about 7 to 10 days for them to do that, okay? And once you do all that, it's a piece of cake. But if you're getting financial aid, you don't want to spend extra money on things you don't have to if you already have it. Okay, so I just wanted to give you all a quick tip on what you can do for your scholars so that they don't have to be spazzing out because they owe all this extra money. Make sure you do that again for second semester, because first semester is going to go by quick. Second semester is going to come in and you don't want to forget. Now, you're probably saying, well, how do you know all this stuff? Well, not only am I a parent, I am also a college chemistry and biology professor. And I have been in this field of education for over 20 years. So I see this all the time with parents not knowing what's on their students' bill, paying for things they don't have to pay for, including books. So let me go ahead and tell y'all a little secret about books, okay? As a professor, I do not require my students to purchase the book. Instead, I have them go through and purchase what's called the access code for their homework assignments. It's as simple as that. That is like $66 for them to get for the semester. And books normally cost $200 for that one class. So for my students, they thank me because they don't need it, but the bookstore doesn't like me, and I don't care because they're making these students pay out this money. But see, what I typically do is I send my students emails out 1 week before school starts. So they know, hey, these are the books that are required, or in my case, not required, but this is the access code that is required. So all they have to do is purchase the access code. I also tell them, and I warn them, do not pop the seal. Because if you pop that seal, you cannot take it back to the bookstore. So you want to make sure that you have gone in and looked at your emails before the semester starts. Books are not cheap. They're very expensive. And because I know that, and you should know that, you want to make sure that you are taking care of these things before the semester starts. So you can also rent your textbooks. But the other thing you may want to do, if you don't have a professor like me who's going to email you, reach out to them as soon as possible. Some professors are checking their emails, okay? Some of them are checking their emails, but for those of the professors that don't check their emails, you may want to go to the bookstore of your university to see what books are being required for that course so you don't have to spend time and resources doing all of those things, okay? So those are just some quick little tips I wanted to share with you guys this evening. And if you want to check me out, I'm on Instagram at TK the Chemist. You can go to Periscope, TK the Chemist. Peace out.